boys and girls. We are kind of where we left off last week. Bite's gotten tough. Now, we haven't went to the windy side yet, but we're throwing this BFS crank that you guys saw in the video of me with the bimini top up. It was the heat of the day. It's not that late yet. It's only 8:30 a.m. This topwater bite has been tough. And they really don't seem to be hitting on much of anything. So I'm going to jump out here. Try to get an idea. Oh, we got a fish coming at me. Oh, we had a little bite. I'm going to try to get an idea of just how deep they are and how big a bait they want. Try to stay on a bass bite. I'm getting a little pecks. Getting little pecks. Let's go to a touch bigger. I got the old Rick Clunn RC, I think that's a 1.0. Try it. See all them little bitty bait fish right there? There should be something chasing after those. There we go. Didn't take long. Little bass. That's what's going on now. I think most stuff is spawned and there's little babies everywhere, and that is just what they're hitting on. These little, grab them like you mean it. They're hitting on these little bitty baits, more so than the big ones. So I'm not saying you can't catch them on bigger baits, but these little bass, and little bitty 1.0 and smaller baits, kind of seem to be where it's at right now. You might want to throw this little guy. He may look more like what's out there and that they're eating on. That's a little 1/8 ounce BPS one that I picked it up last year. I'm going to see if I can throw it on this rod and reel combo. Yeah, throws it no problem. We got the wind at our back, but there we go. Oh boy. Now, you guys have heard me talk, and here's a good example. The reason I don't throw any smaller than this typically, that little 1/8 ounce bait, look how little that bass is. Let me get this where you guys can see it, but right here is a perfect example. That is why that's about the smallest I throw. Look how little that bass is. Will hit that. You can catch real little, and big ones will hit that smaller bass. Like, you don't need, in my mind, to go down to that, you know, on the way I fish. And if you're fishing for bass with BFS gear, you don't need to go down to that 1/16 ounce or smaller. That's 1/8 ounce little cranks, little jigs are about all the smaller you need to go. You'll catch some real little bitty bass. You'll catch some real big bass too. Now that wind's picking up, I'm hoping to get on a bite right size, here. Running depth, and it's that color that they can see it pretty good. And we got a little bass. Or that's probably a little bluegill. This is just a bluegill terror. This little green bait just flat out catches these little bluegills and occasional bass. Same basic concept and setup as I had last time I was here. I got the same exact line. I took the line off of the BFS XG, put it on this PW100, same rod, same bait, same snap, swivel, everything. Or just snap, it doesn't have a swivel. Whoa, right at the boat. That sucker, that's a crappie. That thing nailed it. That thing stopped that little bait dead in its tracks. So our little AliExpress BFS, I want to say that's 3.5 grams. It's a little heavier than that popper. Is catching some fish. Now I just need a big one. So we got some action going on. Now, whoa, that's another, that's a little bass. So we've already caught in 3 casts, we caught a bluegill, a crappie, and then now a bass. That little bait just does it, boys and girls. Let's send one, well, let's send one downtown, about as much as you can send one downtown with a BFS setup. Pretty good cast though. Got one. That is a bigger fish. That's definitely bigger, boys and girls. Definitely a bigger fish. There's a bass, I'm almost positive. Oh, it come off. Son of a... That was definitely bigger. You have to catch a big one on this. Dang it, I wanted to see that. At least 2 pounds, 2 to 4. That definitely sucked. That was a bigger fish. I don't mind losing them occasionally. I like to see them though. At least come up and jump or show me what you were. That one, I have no idea for sure what it could have weighed. 2 to 4 is just a guess. I don't think I've got the drag too loose or too tight. I don't think that was the issue. I just don't think. And then these hooks may not be nowhere near as good as those popper hooks are. There we go. Another one. Oh, yep, that's probably what we had last time, just a little bit bigger. So this one not putting up near the fight, but a good solid bass. Don't come out. Good chunk. He's actually hooked on the outside. That's probably what happened with the last one. They're probably not dedicated to eating that green color. We may need to switch up colors. Possibility. Beautiful bass though. The other one's definitely bigger, but there's some bass right over in that area. I don't want to get in there and spook them. Let's keep going. That's all right. Find you a bite that is going, a little bass, whatever, and stick with it. A lot of times them big ones jump in there and oh, I hooked it. That one did not even, I scared him. Look at that. That guy may not have even been hitting at that thing. I could have just happened upon him. Can't really count that one as a hit. I hit him. Oh, right at the boat. Right at the boat. Now that one hit it. Now the difference, that little bitty one I just had, I think is a female. I think this is a male. They have a lot more yellow on their belly, just a brighter overall fish. I think. I have no idea for sure. Could be wrong. But I think that's male. And then we just had hooked accidentally as a female. Right? That was quick. So quick I wasn't even recording it. Just put this bait on, first cast. I was rigging up these rods for this afternoon bite, or midday bite. And once again, Key Tech, awesome baits, fall apart after one little bitty fish. Oh well, let's keep going. Might try to rig it up again, probably need a new bait. That's a little VMC Half Moon Finesse Jig. Smallest little crazy flapper. Also got these, I think Northland tackle or whatever makes these little rattles that work pretty good. I'm gonna try to cheat this. Get one more. Get it rigged up at least one more time on this jig. There we go. Sometimes you got to get creative with these little Key Techs to keep them in the game a little bit longer. But all morning our bite's been a little off, so I figured I'd rig up. I'm going to rig up most of these rods with soft plastics of some sort and slow down a little bit. Maybe a swim jig, a shaky head, kind of like a, you know, a stick bait, but not really wacky rigged. Rig it on a shaky head. Oh, there was a hit. Just slow down a little bit. I may have found a perfect bait right here, but now that is a crappie. But you won't see the footage. I fished this area with bigger baits. I had well, faster moving too though. I ran several different colors, little lipless through here and not even a hit, but 2 fish on like just a few casts with this little, kind of almost using it like a swimming jig, kind of a naked jig, just twitching it and swimming it along. Throw it up into that shade, get it out of there, maybe catch something's attention. That was over there. Oh, that was definitely a hit. You can see I'm still working on this little bite. That's all that seems to be there today. The big bite, I've tried these different baits, but I'm going to go a little bit deeper with some of these worms. Try to get on a big bass. Oh boy. And when that happens, there ain't no re-rigging it when they take that. Key Techs, you're the reason we can't have anything nice. If you wonder why we can't have anything nice, because we keep buying Key Tech baits and they keep wearing out. As fast as you can throw them, they're gone. Closest thing to live bait as you can get. Alright, I'm going to move on down a little bit, but they do work. I'll give them that. They get bit. From the swim bait to the crazy flappers, you're going to get on some fish. Depending on how many you catch, you're going to go through some packs of bait too. To where I got spoiled as Z-Man. I can come out here, get a Z-Man worm color that's working and proceed to fish the rest of the day, maybe the next time I go fishing, with that one same bait, which is unheard of with almost any other bait, especially Key Tech. So basically what I'm saying is I'll throw that Key Tech, there we go, and then I'll usually switch to something else, and if it starts, you know, keeps catching them, I'll just stay with that. But then if, you know, I can't keep the bite going, then I'll go back to the Keytex. But as you can see, perfect example. Nice bass, little chunk, quarter pounder of cheese. Keytex has already lost its stuff. Already jacked up. One fish in, I might be able to re-rig it, but that is honestly ridiculous. As far as today's technology, they can't make at least a head of that hard as a rock to where it's hard to get a hook in it. Therefore, you know, once you get it rigged up on the head anyway, it'll stay on. So, and it's good for another one, but you see the time you got to take to set re-rig that bait. It's just, I don't know. It gets on my nerves. All right, boys and girls. Switch it up a little bit. Say it with me. Say it loud, say it proud. You know what time it is? Oh, it's peanut butter and jelly time. Okay, everybody, I know I look weird. I'm trying this out. I don't know if I like it, keep it, or not. I'm fully covered except for my legs, which I put a ton of sunscreen on. With all this protective gear to try to get out here and fish. Basically, without having to put sunscreen all over and you feel all sticky and whatever, these actually feel fairly cool. This sucks. I don't know how long I'll keep that up. Like that. I can't deal with that. Maybe this around my neck, but I can't take it over my face. I just have to put on sunscreen on my lips. I just put sunscreen on my lips too. Last time I got toasted on my lips, but I just take that sunscreen I use and put it right on my lips. No big deal. It tastes a little funky at first, but it'll work. Better fish. Better than nothing. I can't even tell what we got. He's going. Oh, he's coming right at me. It's a big one. He was coming right with me. That's a big. Whoa! That is a big bass. I'm sitting here messing with you guys. This is a monster. It's coming up. Whoa! Oh, he is smart. Right under that trolling motor. Oh boy. Oh! That fish knows what to do. Look at that sucker. Get over here. Well, I tell you what, boys and girls. The old NRX shine through on that one. Woo! Mwah. Woo! Yes, yes, yes. Got her on the old NRX. Talking about sunscreen. I was just talking about I wanted to try this out. That little bait right there, stick bait, you know, normally like a Cinco, you would rig it wacky style, but I'm finding out just rigging it like on a shaky head is awesome. Woo! That fish just has that fishy smell to him too. I know I kiss him, but here lately I started sniffing him. And no, not because of old what-his-face on the Googans, but someone I'm friends with on Facebook, Dominique. I'm not even gonna try to say your last name. But she's sniffing fish on Instagram. Check her out. Anyway, we're not gonna burn, but we are on fire.